Hey guys, welcome back to Making Moves with TK. I'm here with some of my favorite creators and friends in the world, the one and only Gals on the Go podcasters, Brooke and Danielle.
Hello.
Hi.
Thanks for having us on.
We're so excited in the studio.
I know, it's like my dream.
I know, I'm so happy
I'm so
for
happy.
you. Like, seriously, you're like an OG podcaster, and for this to be a reality now, I'm so
Very
happy
excited.
for you.
Thank you. I feel like I always go to you guys for podcasting advice, and you're always so, what I love about you is you're so willing to share like actual like helpful tips. I don't know. I feel like people like influencers are weird. So,
Gatekeeping.
yeah, they gatekeep.
Girl boss, gatekeep.
Yeah. No, but seriously, like they gatekeep connections or contacts or emails or advice or just like life hacks, and you guys are always so willing to help and like give me actual tea, so I really appreciate it.
Always.
We try. Also, it's like, you're so right. But at the same time, what do you have to lose? Like, I feel like it's not giving someone else more information isn't taking away from your success if you're good at what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
We
it's
can all
also
thrive.
just a reflection of like your confidence and security in your own brand, seriously, when you want to share. So I appreciate that.
Always. We love you.
So what the heck are you guys doing in LA?
I wish people ask us, what are
I
you guys up
know.
to? We're like, we're just bopping around.
Well, okay. The formal answer that I like to say is we have our own podcast too, Gals on the Go, and our podcast network. We've actually like never formally met the people that are like the back end.
Got
so everyone from like, of course, like the president of the company, like the important people, but also like our producers. And it's like, I feel like it's the once a year like show face in LA trip.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what she's been telling
like,
everybody.
yeah.
Remember the fork who I am.
Like,
yeah.
That's what we always used to do every summer. We'd come to LA for like a
That's
week.
right.
Yeah, saw you every time. And so it's just really nice to meet people in person. And like we literally went to lunch with them and they were just such cool people. And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It's important from a business perspective, but also we're like people. So it's nice to like put a face to names and be like, oh, this is what you actually look like beyond like Zoom.
Yeah.
It's so
And
funny.
Yeah. So, and we just re-signed like with our same network. So it was
Congrats.
Good to, thanks.
Big time.
Yeah. So it's good to like do all of those things. I feel like.
Also, I feel like when you're an influencer, when you go on a trip, like it is work. Like you get so much, you're excited to take content. It's a new environment.
Oh, 1,000%.
Things like that.
Definitely, this is more of a work-heavy trip in the sense it's just like a lot of like meeting face-to-face, nothing crazy. But in between, we're finding little pockets of peace, if you will. And
we love hanging out with you whenever we're in LA. We're
Yeah,
like,
we
I
always
love hanging out with you
text
too. You know what's funny is like I feel like obviously I don't know about you guys, but I have like internet friends that I'll like see at events and stuff, and then I have like
Yeah.
internet friends that are like my actual friends. And if I lived in New York, I think I'd hang out with you guys all the time.
oh, yeah, like pre-games and going out. And
Like I think
100%.
we talk all the
Sundays.
time, not on the internet.
Exactly. Like we talk about more non-internet stuff.
I
I feel
agree.
like more like
Yeah.
what do we like? We literally went to Lolla together
I
and
know.
like
When
hung
we
out
have
with your friends
long
from home.
FaceTimes, it's like
We do.
99% personal. Like it
has to
who
be
are we talking
personal.
to?
And then I'm
Do you
like, how much
him?
are you getting paid for that? Get more.
It's like slipped into like
I
the
know,
personal talk.
Literally. Exactly. So can you give me like a brief elevator pitch of just you guys and Gals on the Go? Like how the heck did you get to where you are? If someone for some reason doesn't know who you are.
So we both have our own individual YouTube channels that we both started about 10 years ago. And we started out making like makeup tutorials and sleepaway camp videos, everything under the sun.
Fashion, preppy fashion was
very
like a pillar
preppy.
of the brand. Yeah.
Like,
Lily Pulitzer.
Lily Pulitzer.
J.
like,
Crew, everything. But like J. Crew, like factory. So it was always like a little
Tea.
off.
Yeah.
Which was like, that was like accessible at the
Yeah.
time. Like that's what we did. But it was like always like a little, at least my outfits were like a little off. Like
oh,
the necklace
same.
is
You
like,
can speak for me too.
why did I dress like a second grade elementary school teacher?
But they were on for the time.
yeah.
Like they were off for now, but they were on for the time. Like you
It's
were
just
that
nuts.
bitch with like J. Crew.
Like there's like memes now going around like why did I dress like a middle-aged mom when I was,
I was just
17?
gonna say.
But we own that.
we
Like,
dress like New England moms.
yes,
For
yes.
what? I don't. My parents
feel
were
like
probably like,
no, but my mom was like, yes, like Polo Ralph Lauren.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
And
know.
J. Crew.
Very modest dressing, to say the least.
Yes, very-
Everyone else in high school was like, yeah, like I'm gonna wear my crop tops, and I was like buttoned up.
It was like Brandy Melville times too.
was.
Like, and then we started to switch. So we got the Brandy Melville cardigan, and then it went downhill from there. We
oh
were
yeah,
like,
the graphic
eye prep,
tees, like the
and then
like
into
yeah.
like Brandy
soft
Melville
grunge.
style.
the
But-
bralettes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bralettes
yeah,
under
yeah.
the tank. But
And
then after
choker
that,
era, yeah.
Brooke messaged me on YouTube.
Wait,
and
what?
Back when you could message on YouTube.
We never confirmed who messaged who first.
Oh, but it was definitely YouTube message.
It was YouTube message.
I think it was you messaging me like, hey, I'm going to be in Florida. Like, I know you live
Well,
there.
then we arranged a meeting.
We arranged a meeting and we met at a food court in the mall. Our moms came because they were like, meeting people on the internet? What?
We were young, like below 16.
Yeah.
So it was definitely like.
That's so cute.
It was so cute. And we got along really well, hit it off. And then we stayed close, whatever. We'd go to like beauty cons together. And we had the same manager at the time. Anyways, Brooke ended up going to UGA. She's 2 years older than me. I was touring colleges. One of the schools I went to was UGA. She obviously showed me a good time. And ended up going to UGA, which is so crazy. Started the podcast, Gals on the Go, there.
So we're 2 years apart. So when I was a senior, Danielle was a sophomore. So we went to school together for like 1 year. And during that year, a lot of the time, like we would be traveling for, like we said, we had the same manager, like YouTube wise. So we do a lot of traveling for events and such.
Like style con,
we end up
con.
coming over here, like Dallas, like a bunch of places. And we're like, wow, we're always on the go. So
Yeah.
I feel like
We're like
It has
college
a ring to it,
students.
truly.
It really,
Yeah.
it's too fun to say.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten tired of it.
we have this problem now where we like unironically like refer to ourselves as
Third
the
person.
gals.
The gals.
Like so we talk. We'll be like the gals will be there. Like the gals.
Yeah. The gals are running 10 minutes late.
I'm gonna start being with you like the gals.
Yeah, literally.
We actually have a
Gals.
problem.
No, it's like we are
I love it.
neighbors now, essentially. Like, we're just together all the time. We live
I
in the
refer
same
to
area.
it as a we. Like when I talk to people, like, oh, we live in like the Lower East Side. People are like, you're roommates? I'm like, oh no, we actually don't even live in the same building.
Yeah.
We just it's a we. It's a unit. Like,
It's been so
I am
fun.
so
Yeah.
dead. Wait, why? There was, I feel like in that era, I miss this era. There was an era where it was like our YouTube girly friend group that were like posting on YouTube, and you guys would like meet up at all the like cons, like
Yes.
the playlist, the VidCon, like all
so
that stuff,
fun.
right? I miss this era. So why did you two like connect? I feel like you guys have always been this little like dynamic duo.
It's a good
In-
question.
That's a really good question.
In addition to like the group, like there's a group, and then
Yes.
you guys were like two peas in the pod. So like, why do you think you guys gravitated to each other? Do you think you have like strengths and weaknesses that kind of molded together, or what?
Well, we definitely have the same, we've talked about this, the same family dynamic. So we both have younger brothers. And
Same.
yeah, exactly.
Yes,
I'm telling you, it's a
yes.
birth order, all that. It's a thing.
I feel like we're just really similar. Like,
Yeah,
and
we just
normally,
similar
you know,
interests.
some people too similar like clash, and I feel like for us it just works. Like we'll be thinking the same thing, we say the same thing always, and
Do you think it's the way you were raised?
yeah, I
I feel
guess on a
like
deeper
my
level-
dad's from Long Island, where she's from. I don't know. I just feel like there's things like very familiar. I
Yeah,
don't
it's like,
know.
they say when you meet someone like and you're dating and like it just feels like natural. Like I feel like
Yeah.
no, but actually we
blushing.
never had to, and that's how real great friendships are. You shouldn't have to work so. Of course, every friendship needs work, and like you can realize, hey, I need to be a better friend. But I feel like the best friendships are those that you just get each other and it's natural. You don't have
Yeah.
to pretend to be someone you're not. You could be your full authentic self.
Do you think the only way for a business, because people say to not like work with family or friends, right? Do you think the only way for a business duo to be successful is for it to be kind of unconditional, like it just flows naturally? Or do you think, a star at Warner Brothers could be like, Brooke, TK, we're making you stars? Like, do you think that
Interesting.
can
I do because
work? Or do you think it needs to be a natural thing?
I think it's better if it's natural, of course, but then like we could use like what the One Direction examples, because weren't they all thrown together in like
True.
X Factor?
Yeah.
And Little Mix and all of these like
Fifth Harmony.
That's
Yeah.
so true.
And some of them, of course, actually most
they
have
all
broken
broke up.
Yeah, okay, you're right. But for the time being, it worked.
But
and
then
it
there's
led them
also-
and launched them to stardom. So I guess
You know what I was gonna say though, because I feel like this is the same for Pretty Basic. They weren't super close before starting, and then they got really, really close. And we were pretty close, but like we've gotten so close since starting the podcast. Like I feel like if we were the closeness that we are now and started the podcast, it would have been harder.
I agree. I think it would have, because we would have been, at that time we were still being polite enough to be like, okay,
Yeah.
sure, you can have it your way. And now we're like, no.
Yeah, but like
if
a
we feel
sister
that-
in a sister way. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's interesting. I'm just curious because I always say, like, the song Old Man or One Man Band.
I heard this on your
like, I
podcast.
just don't want to be a one man pod.
One-man
Like, I wish I had a
band.
duo. I wish I had a buddy. And
know.
so when seeking out a buddy, I'm like, does that just come naturally, or do I just
think
be
so.
like, this is my person, I'm gonna make it work?
I feel like it's someone that you like vibe with, and you're like, come on. I see why you're asking now. You're like trying to figure it out.
Trying to pan it out. Yeah, for us, I feel like we also it was very natural because we were looking for like another. I don't want to say we were looking for another project, but it
lived.
It was just right timing.
It was right timing. Podcasts were kind of starting to be a thing. We obviously both had. I think everyone, no matter what, once again, relationship, friendship, like you have to have your own thing going on. We had our own thing. We both had our separate YouTube channels.
And you still do.
We still do.
We were in different friend groups. We still are. Like now we're even closer for sure. But we still, on a lot of factors, in a lot of ways,
for 2 years apart,
2 different lives.
Yeah.
You know. So to have this that we come together on, but we still have some things that are separate. And I guess that can't be for everyone because, you know, if you're starting a company with someone, like you might go all in with them. But I feel like it's healthy to like still maintain somewhat of your. Does that make sense?
And we were just doing it for fun. We didn't really know like podcasts would be like at where they are today.
Yeah.
Like long term.
This is like, ooh, this is a fun little project, not like a business.
Yes, like when you tell people you have a podcast, people are like, wow, you have a podcast. Like,
I
oh my God, popcorn, let me hear.
When we started, it was like, the goal was like, okay, let's try to actually do every week. Like,
like we'll see how this goes.
Like, yeah, we should really try for that. And we actually did. So I'm proud of us for that.
I think we've missed 1 or 2 weeks in the last 3 years. So
That's pretty incredible.
It's nuts.
That's for me. I want someone to hold me accountable to be like,
Yeah,
all right,
it's
we have to
helpful.
record. Because like I'll make other people and other things more important than like
know,
my own
it's
stuff.
tough.
And I feel like we go back and forth on that too. That's like the healthy balance of our lives. Like I feel like, you know, in college, like you were more the one to be like, let's go, come on, like get up. Like I'd be like, I'm hungover. And you'd be like, we have to record.
Yeah.
And now, and then you were still in school. So then it was like me for a little bit. And now we're both like, I feel like we ebb and flow in a healthy way.
Yeah, like based off like chapters in your literal life. Like when she had a job, I was kind of more on it. And then she quit her job and I was still in school. So she was like heading a lot of it on.
Yeah.
What would you say your strengths and mainly your weaknesses are? Like, what do you bring to the table as a duo?
Oh, yeah, we definitely like
That the
we'll
other
talk
lacks.
about them because like we've assigned different tasks for each. Like I feel like I'm more on the creative side in the sense like when we do merch and like designs and stuff like that. I'm like thinking
she leads all of that. I'm like, you get the end
She's
decision because I like it will be like, should we do pink font or black? And I'm like, they all both look good to me.
she's so flexible with that. It's clutch.
You're more
I kind of
like
get
analytical. You're more
creative. She's the writer. She does all the writing.
I'm a writer. I try like if it's like a mass email, I try to. I mean, of course, you respond to.
You
like,
are great
plenty
at
of emails.
emailing.
She's
thank you. Really?
She has written so many
if I can have
emails for
someone
me.
run my emails, which I will one day, manifesting it. Like I don't.
Thank you. I just take it like I feel like writing's always been something. I read a lot now too, so I'm like, okay, like, I like to write, but also. I mean, the podcast descriptions isn't anything crazy, but we like, for example, we do polls every week. This is like such small scale stuff, but I'll write the polls. She posts because she's better at like the social media, like posting. Like I feel like you're better at like the visual elements. Yeah. And it's nothing crazy. We're like, this is all very like minuscule, but we have even like that separation down now.
Yeah. What else?
I'm trying to think.
I feel like energetically and like the show wise, like we both kind of have to be equally balanced with that. Like there's some days where it's like, all right, we're feeling a little low, but we both have to meet at the same thing. So it's not one person like on crack and like the other one, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I'll be like, oh, we should do this. And Brooke's more like realistic. Like that's not actually going to happen. Or like something, like we both like
I'm just a really evil one. I'm like, don't you
I
dare
mean, like you're smart. You're like, or no,
You're
like,
more
okay.
practical.
Yeah, she's more practical. She's like, if you want to do that, Danielle, if you want to have this guest or if you want to like do this, like we're going to have to cut this or do that. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So there's different scales. I don't know.
I feel like that's like like a Myers-Briggs thing. Like, isn't that like one of the elements of it? I forget which one, but that's definitely in there somewhere.
Yes,
yeah, I couldn't tell you. But Brooke's so right. Like when it comes to the energy, like we both kind of have to pull hard for the podcast. Like when it actually comes to being in front of the microphone. But
and even anything business wise, like some weeks naturally you're going to be more motivated than others, and I feel like we have to meet in the middle on that, or one person has to know like, hey, I can carry the brunt of it this week. If there's weeks that I'm like, hey, or when I went to Nashville, like during the week, I was like, you know, if anything comes in over this, like,
yeah, we're very good about that. I don't know. We're so lucky. Like it just works.
I know, and I feel like we don't really fight because we're equally understanding.
Yeah,
which is
like you know what's okay to let go of, and like what you want to like push
like
back
what's
on.
worth.
Yeah, like what's worth it.
Yeah, and of course we don't always have the exact same idea. Like that's not like there has to be. We actually just had that discussion when we were on our long walk, and we had like a really deep talk. Remember,
we're
like
random.
You can't agree with everyone with even if it's like your person, you can't agree on everything because
it's not healthy.
That's not healthy either.
It's living the same exact life.
And it's healthy. You know, it's when it's really healthy is when you're comfortable bringing up something that bothered you or
Yeah.
something you'd like to fix or something that isn't easy to talk about, like that's how you know your relationship's super healthy, because you're not like over analyzing how it'll.
And it's weighing, like, is it worth it to say or not?
Yeah.
Like, that, too. I think that's a good skill, because some people will bring up, like, in friendships, I'm like, did you really have to mention that thing that happened, like, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Now it's like, just let it go. But
Yeah.
then knowing,
Exactly.
like, if it really bothered you, like, that is important to bring it up.
Totally.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, who do you think I'm more like, Brooke or Danielle?
I feel like you have elements of both.
I really do.
You guys have done polls like that, right? Where it's like, who are
Oh,
you more
yeah.
like?
Yeah.
We used to have a
We used to
Facebook
get
group.
offended about it,
We
though.
did.
People would be like we'd say, are you a Brooke or a Danielle? And be like, I don't.
But they would give a reason. Yeah, they'd be like, I'm a Brooke because I love McDonald's or
Yeah,
something like
literally.
ridiculous. I'm like, all right,
Like,
so am I
that's
just a
not
piece
Brooke's-
of shit? Like, sorry, I don't know if I could curse on this podcast.
It was like, what the heck?
You're like, I don't fucking eat it all the
Or
time.
people be like, I'm a
I'm like,
Danielle because
sorry.
I'm from Florida, or I'm a Danielle because I like to dress up, or like
I'm a Danielle because like I have a like stable relationship. I'm like, can't relate to that one.
You're like, that actually triggered me.
Yeah, I'm like,
I feel
fight
like
or flight response. Like,
You're like, maybe we shouldn't do this.
like you're not invited to the group.
You unadd them.
no more Facebook groups. Like, don't make one for your podcast. It's a mess. Like, no podcast I know except for like one still has a Facebook group because it's just a mess.
Well, it's just essentially, it's like the middle of America. It's middle of America Bible study that just talks shit.
Oh wow,
Wow,
that's
Yeah.
not
That's what
the
I
worst
think,
cake.
like-
I was gonna say like anarchy, but that's I guess like
No, it just reminds me.
for power at the top.
It reminds me of people from my hometown that are like, we're going to Bible study. I'm like, I know you're talking shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. No,
You know what I
1000%.
mean? Like it has a good purpose, and you guys set it up to have a good purpose and
Totally.
be useful and like a good resource and an awesome way to
A
connect
safe
with
space
your.
is what we
Yeah,
wanted.
but then it's
viewers
hard
and
of like
stuff.
how much do you moderate, how much do you like.
Yeah, but then it gets nasty when people are inevitably going to talk their crap and they think it's like a gossip girl group. You know
and
what
then
I
it gets
mean?
screenshotted and sent it, and like, oh, look what's happening in the gals group, and we're like, oh
that,
no.
or like we've had people
And then
send
other
stuff
creators.
to, like
Like
this girl would be
boyfriends
like,
and-
I think my boyfriend's cheating on me. She would send it like to the boyfriend. Like
Yeah,
you'd be
it's just like a
people are
mess.
freaking evil.
Oh,
like-
whoa.
Yeah, it's not a
yeah,
safe.
we
No one's
had,
safe.
Like
So did you delete it?
yeah,
yeah, it's gone.
Oh, it's
Oh.
gone.
it's our. I
Goodbye.
think like if you're still like in it, it's or if we didn't like go through and kick everyone out because
Yeah.
you can't delete it, but it's archived. You can't apply. There's like subgroups, and I think those are great if you want to like do your own
Yeah.
thing. It's not like we're this like moderated community. Like if you want to go do your thing,
Yeah.
you can, but just not connected to Brooke and Danielle.
Yeah.
you know?
It's such a bummer because it really is a cool resource, but it just got for everyone. It kind of got like blown out of the water.
Like,
the
1000%.
select few ruin it for like all the good ones.
Yeah,
Such is
is
life, though. So
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Who am I more alike?
I
need
really
to know.
couldn't tell you. What do you think?
see, I think me because I feel like energy wise, like we're the same, but I feel like in terms of the like, all right, like I have to wake up the day after I like went out or something and like get my life together, like Danielle. Like I know that's bad to say, but like I don't know how else to say it. What do you think?
I really think she's a mix of us both.
I know. 'cause
I
there's
do too.
elements of both,
which is so
Ugh.
hype. I'm jealous. Like,
Yeah,
I need
you
some
get the
of
best
those.
of both worlds.
Well, I was gonna say Brooke because I think I'm like you're so mellow and easygoing, Danielle. I feel like sometimes I'm not. Like and
same.
not to say that that's a bad thing. I just think that Brooke and I are more outspoken if we like
Yes.
don't like something or
Oh, 1000%.
You know what I
They're
mean?
annoying
Yeah.
me.
like yeah, if something's going, you're gonna know I'm mad or
Yeah.
whatever.
You see it in my face.
Yeah.
It's written all over
Yeah,
it.
whereas you're much more easygoing, like want to make everyone happy, which I'm
Yeah.
like that too,
You
but
can-
to a degree.
That's the thing. You're like that though. You like want to make sure everyone else is good before you.
I am a mix.
You are a mix.
I am
I
a
feel like
mix.
it depends circumstantially too.
Okay, let's take a quick break and we'll come back with some juicy poll questions. All right, you guys, we are back and ready for some juicy polls. You guys said you saw some of them on my
Oh
Instagram.
yes, we saw them come
So
through
do
on
you
the
use
drive
both
over.
accounts for polls now?
Yeah, like I feel like making moves. Think of my, by the way, follow my Instagram. It's at making moves _ making moves pod _ I think.
I think it's
Underscore.
pod
The underscore
Pod
gives me
underscore.
like aim vibes, like underscore.
I know.
SD.
I'm pissed. Someone else
Did you
has
say
it.
AIM? AIM?
AIM.
Yeah.
AIM.
It's AIM.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've definitely called it aim.
Oh, maybe it's a Long Island thing.
Yeah.
Long
Us Long
Island.
Island girl. We used to log on to AIM.
That was so good.
That was really good. But I'm like trying to make Making Moves, like the Instagram, her own brand. Like who is making moves, and she like does different poll questions.
I love
mine
that.
are more like juicy, like crazy,
Or like
stuff.
celebrity
hers,
stuff?
Yeah, hers is a little bit more, I guess,
About making
businessy.
moves.
Oh,
Yeah, about
okay.
making moves. Yeah,
Oh,
stuff
I
like
love
that.
that.
Yeah,
I love it.
So we're gonna do both. First question is, do you guys have a crush right now?
I knew you were gonna ask this one. Well, so it's only me.
I have a crush.
You have a permanent crush.
Yeah.
I would say yes. I know.
Hinge guy?
Locks Club.
Oh,
Yeah, my favorite. No, well, it's always honestly that's like my dating app of choice.
wait, do I know about
pretty
this
much
or
always.
not? Yeah, I can't wait
We're
to
about
hear
to
about
find
it.
out
Well,
after.
there's a few.
Okay, we love a roster.
I know. I like to. Well, until they're committed, you can't.
Yeah.
You know, gotta keep your options open.
Tell me about Locks Club.
I really like it. So it's Jewish focused, but it's not Jewish exclusive. I grew up. My mom,
I went to one of their events,
Yeah. They're Danielle.
and I'm a
Fox.
Christian girly.
I went with my boyfriend. So
Yeah.
No, they're super fun. I just like it because you do have to apply to get on it, and it's not even like a wry way. But honestly, it's kind of scary on the internet, like with Tinder, Hinge, any of those, because anyone can make a profile and you can make a fake profile.
It's a dating app.
It's not very but you're not like
Yeah.
Like I want someone to like at least Google this person
Yes.
and like do the work kind of for me. So with this, someone like we know the person who like runs membership for this app, and they go through and like Google everyone. I don't know what their criteria is. I can't tell you that. I do have a link, but I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So like I said, yeah, most of the guys on there are Jewish. It's not location based either.
Oh.
So it's like you could swipe with people from like really all
Got
over.
it.
I mean, of course, if they live in New York, I'm like,
And
oh,
you
like, then
want
live
a
in New York.
Jewish guy, ultimately.
It's not the end all be all, but like right now I'm enjoying dating Jewish guys. Yes.
Yeah. I feel like
think
you've
they're very
always had a
similar.
thing for a Jewish guy, though.
Yeah.
Come
I
on.
was just
She's like, not really. I'm like,
just trying to keep her options open.
the first thing she asked me, well, is he Jewish?
Yeah, like that's
Okay. Well, yes. It's also more of like Jewish, not even like in terms of religion wise. It's more like Jewish lifestyle. Like they're very similar to like how I grew up. So it
Yes.
is more so like
Totally get
culturally.
it. Yeah.
And that's why it was created. It was created for like culturally Jewish people, not so much as like, do you follow? Because there's other ones. There's J Swipe. There's J Date. There's like a lot of
Yes.
Jewish
Oh,
dating
yeah.
services. Yeah.
Got it.
So, but it's not Jewish only. Like you should join.
It has
Seriously.
a nice interface
Katie's on
too.
it.
I need to get on it. I've been to one of their events.
Super fun.
Yes. And they like throw down.
Oh yeah, it was a really fun. It was we were taking shots. It was crazy.
I laughed.
Yeah, I was taking
cried,
shots, too.
Took a
Cried.
shot.
Took a shot.
So you have a crush?
Yeah.
The answer is
Yes.
Yes.
Do
you?
I don't think I have a crush right now, actually, which is so weird. I never don't have a crush.
wait.
Whoa.
So you're. Oh, this is tea. I'll have to
I know.
ask
Wait,
later.
I feel like I haven't updated you guys on a few
Yeah,
things.
something
I
you
feel
said
like
on
we
your
had a FaceTime,
podcast last
but-
week. I was like, wait, I should have texted you about it. Tea.
Okay, I'll fill you in later.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
No crush.
It's fun to have a crush, though.
I know. I
Oh
love
my
having.
God.
I think that I want to really like focus on like. I know this is so lame, but I really want to focus right now on being like the best absolute version. Like this, I have been dreaming of this moment to like be in studio and have an ad on my podcast. Like I recorded my first ad ever today. I've been dreaming of this, and I'm like, I want to make it the best, and like, I don't know. I feel like the world's my oyster right now. Like I
get it.
have this cool. I don't know. I just feel like I finally accomplished a lot of big. I checked off a bunch of big things that I've been wanting to,
Absolutely.
and no one's gonna I'm not letting anyone distract me. That's like subpar.
Well, also, like, I talk about this all the time.
I know
but
what
when
you're gonna say.
I know, but it's true. You know what I'm gonna say? Like when I
comes
met
through
Ryan,
now.
I was like finally like in my.
Brooke's like, I've been on my own this whole time.
I know.
know.
And I do, but I actually do agree with the advice. But it is like the cliched like dating advice. Like it comes when you least expect it. It's like,
Wait, okay,
what
is that
the
what you were
heck
gonna
is
say?
it then? Like, sorry, I'm sorry. I don't mean to shade you.
But no, I'm just trying to tell her. Like,
I know.
This is awesome. Like that is the best thing for you. Like you shouldn't even like. If you don't have one, don't have one. You know, like just like live your
Yeah,
best life
I
and
agree
do
with
what's
that.
best for you, and then it'll work out.
The years and years and years of my life that I didn't have one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
See, I feel like I've always had one, but like I have one just to have one to like fill up some brain space that needed to be filled up. And now I'm like, my brain space is full of other things.
I agree.
That's the best.
It occupies, Danielle knows my rough weeks. It occupies both of our brain space.
It
No,
let-
I'm like I'm stressed.
It lets It literally, a crush can live a little bit rent free in my head sometimes. It's embarrassing, but I feel like everyone does.
It's crazy because then you're like doing like the BS. Like, did he watch my Instagram story?
I know. It's so.
Like, I hate that about me, especially being like an influencer now. I hate that I will literally like change my crazy self sometimes, and I'll like post stuff for them to see, and it's like it's ridiculous that like over 100,000 people are gonna see it, and maybe this one dude might not, and
It's so
I'm posting it
messed
for
up.
him. Like, that's so embarrassing.
It's so
And then
embarrassing.
people are like, TK, what the heck were your stories this week?
Sorry, I
Yeah.
wanted the guy to see.
Yeah.
No, I've done it.
I'm like, just worked out. People are like, okay.
Yeah. they're like, but what's the routine?
Literally.
And you're like, fit queen. I don't know. I just feel like I need a moment to like. We're about to have Vlogmas. I really want to finish it this year.
Are you
and, like,
doing it?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
What?
We're not doing
We
it.
decided.
The gals have decided.
Wait, why?
I'm doing weekly.
Wait, please do like a 5-minute one every day.
I think I'm gonna do like a version on like Reels or TikTok. I kind of
Okay.
decide like a mini vlog, which I know that's not great, but yeah, I just am kind of sick and tired of putting out like many of the vlogs I end up putting out. I feel are like shit quality.
Yeah.
I keep saying shit on this podcast.
No, it's okay.
but
This is a cuss-friendly podcast.
I'm not a huge like fan of how they turn out, and I'm like, I actually would like to put out something that I'm like proud of, and if I want to keep something private, maybe I can keep it private. If I want to put, you know what I mean, like having
Yeah.
more balance.
Or if
I
like you're
guess.
hungover half the day, and then it's like my
I'm a
podcast
loser,
sucked
yeah.
Yeah, but
today.
that's
Like,
perfect. I would love to see your I would rather see your hungover vlog than like a normal vlog from
Wow.
both
Oh.
of you.
No, I mean no.
Because I've never
those are
seen that
great.
before.
Yeah, no, those are good. I would just rather include it in the. I don't know. We're just gonna try it out this year and see. Last year I just didn't get the ROI I was wanting.
I was gonna say ROI, and like, yeah, honestly, you
It
do
does
have to see it
better
kind
when-
of
Oh,
view-wise,
with like
too.
views and
Well,
stuff?
and the
Does your
editing
channel
and-
grow during Vlogmas? My channel does not grow.
Mine
during
stays.
Vlogmas.
It's just like similar amount of views every day, and
I mean, I've only done it like once.
Mine grows way more from doing a week in my life, and
Same.
stuff like that. I think it's a preference thing. I mean, I'm sure that
is
most
a
people, when
preference
we say
thing.
we're not doing Vlogmas, definitely the response is disappointment. I would
yeah.
say.
I don't even know if
Overwhelmingly.
I don't even know if we've announced that. You heard it here first.
You heard it
Maybe
here
on the
first.
podcast. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
I think we'll see how it works. A part of me is like, oh my gosh, now I'm living in New York during Christmas time. Like, why am I not doing Vlogmas?
Yes.
But I just want to see like what it's like. I remember like a couple people last year did Week in My Lives, and I was like, ooh, that's like that's our brand. Like our brand is these.
True. There
Week in
is
My
though,
Life.
like I feel like there's so many New York influencers now, but like hardly any that like make YouTube their bitch like you guys. And I want to see.
Retweet.
I want to
Thank you
see
for saying
like
that.
if you're a YouTuber, freaking own it and do Vlogmas.
I know. Maybe I just want to do it because like we want to wake up and be like, oh, I want to do
Yes,
this. You know.
Obviously, I'm not trying to. I'm
So-
like, do it.
No, I
I
appreciate
get it. I don't know why, like, but I feel like amongst our friends, we've heard rumblings of like not doing it this year, and I'm like, you don't need to tell me
Yeah, I
twice.
could have sworn
like,
Kenzie said she wasn't doing it this year.
Yeah.
Maybe,
sometimes like you're doing these videos like for views like that are like a quarter of what a normal video is, and you're like, what am I doing
True,
wrong?
I get
You
that.
know?
I've never done the full thing, so maybe I mean, like, who am I to
let
talk?
us not. Let's we don't you do
No, I'm
and
gonna
we'll
do
watch
it.
your.
You should. You should.
I'm definitely doing it, but I'm just. I wish you guys
Absolutely.
were doing it because I want to watch
know.
yours.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna like call my week of my life like Vlogmas, or maybe there'll be like days in my life. Like I haven't figured out
Got
the
it.
formatting.
Yeah, it's quick. Last
more
year, I
active.
used an editor for it, and I just felt so bad for her too. Like I was like, I'm grinding this woman into the ground.
Wait,
Like,
what do you mean you're paying her?
I of course, and I paid her extremely fairly, but I
Yeah.
like I just felt bad. I was like, the vlog's not up. It's 2 p.m. Like, come on.
I know.
But like, I don't know.
But like, I'm on the side of being an editor. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that's your job. Get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we discussed it obviously prior to.
Yeah.
And she's great. Like, still use her
Yeah.
and stuff. Like, she's fantastic. It's more so like, I just feel bad for people. Like, I'm like, oh, like
Sorry,
I'm
no.
out like partying, and she's like editing this video. You know?
Yeah,
I
but
feel the same
That's
way.
also like part of the job is to go out and like do cool things and get
Yeah.
and film it.
You're right.
I don't know.
I love your brain. I
know,
love
thank
your
you.
brain.
Really, it's selling us.
Seriously, every time I talk to you, I'm so motivated.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
same.
That's why I'm like, what the heck do your vlog? We'll talk about it
I know,
later.
we'll talk
Work
later.
now.
Yeah. So I don't have a crush right now. 54% said they do
Aw.
have a crush.
Okay.
Which is crazy that 46% don't have a crush. to
I
me.
know. I was gonna think it was like 80%.
Wild. Because I'm like, I always have a crush. Brooke, do you think you'll date someone seriously in 2022?
I saw this one. If I could create my ideal like visual reality, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I could speak that into existence.
So do you turn 25 April?
Yes. Ew.
During
oh my
Coachella.
God. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
fun.
know, so crazy. Yeah, hasn't happened just yet. So, but I feel like as I'm getting older and like gaining life experiences, like I just feel like I'm ready now. And I feel like at many points in my life I wasn't like ready.
I could see it.
You feel
actually,
that for me? Yeah.
I actually could. I don't know. I'm ready to have like more flings in Los Angeles in 2022. I don't know if I'll have someone serious, but like just more like I want to be even more rooted and planted here.
Yeah. But I feel like then you say it and you're like, if being in a relationship is my goal, like that's not healthy either. So like it's hard. But if I like visualize like future Brooke, like yes, like that, I feel like this is the year to do it. Also, my astrologist and psychic told me it's happening this year.
Whoa.
In 2022. So yeah.
Dream team.
Isn't it crazy though, looking back at times you're like, I just want a boyfriend, and you look back and you're like, I was not ready.
Yeah. Me in college when I was going through my series of awkward phases, like I did not need someone to come in and like be part of that craziness. Yeah. No.
Exactly. 57% said they think they'll date someone seriously.
I love that.
Cool. Do you think it's rude to ask someone how much money they make?
Yes, I do personally.
I do.
Especially if it's
like
whenever it happens, it's like someone from college. I'm like, let's not and say we did.
Yeah,
but if it depends on like,
I think it's something you learn with age too. Like that's like your parents' friends aren't going around asking your parents how much they make. You know, but for some reason, this generation we feel very allowed to.
I don't think it's that rude.
I know you're gonna say this. Yes. Well, I think it's different. Like if we're influencers and we're talking about like deals or stuff like so we can gauge.
Happy to share that amongst friends.
Yes.
But I have
a rando. Yeah, is weird.
Like like someone you met at a party and they're like, how much do you make from doing that YouTube thing? Like F you. Like I don't like that. It's annoying. Like
I don't like. It depends what angle it's coming from. I've had the like at a party thing like. That's your job, like in that type of tone, and you're like, yeah, I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, thanks. Probably. Yeah.
So I think it depends the lens.
Like, what context are you thinking?
I was thinking in the sense of like friends, being able to. I don't know. I feel like
us. Like, yeah, we'll talk.
I feel like my whole career, I've been trying to prove that this is a legit job, and I think the only way it is proven legit is by saying the amount of money you make. Unfortunately, that's just how I feel personally.
I get it.
So I don't mind sharing like not really details but ballpark. If someone asks
friends
me from home or
some of my friends from college know for sure, but I'm not out here just like willingly say like if it comes up.
It's not like I'm like made this much this month.
Yeah. I mean sometimes I'll tell you like I'll be like I got like a big one, but that's because I'm bragging on myself. But
but I don't know. Even when if I were to ask. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm like nosy. Like I kind of want to know what some of my friends, just for me to compare. It's more of like I want to know for an educational purpose.
Helpful.
Yeah, a helpful thing. Even like I want to know how much, so and so at Warner Brothers or Paramount is making, so I can compare. Like, am I doing the right thing? Am I in the right career path? I feel like especially as women, they're underpaid so much. That it's nice to know. I agree to compare and contrast. I guess that's I'm not thinking I'm like a Joe Blow person.
That's what I thought of immediately. Yeah. So, but on that context,
yes, I think it would be weird if a rando came up to me on the stream and was like, "How much money do you make?" I'd be like,
yeah, but what? I can't lie though. Obviously, I'm curious. We're talking about someone we know who doesn't do YouTube stuff today, and I was like, I wonder how much she makes. So everyone's curious, like no doubt. But am I going to ask her? Probably not.
Last night I was at Hamilton and we were watching, and I was like, I wonder how much they make, and we were talking about it, and I don't know. It's just it's wouldn't it be weird if we could just like look it up, like everyone's job exactly, because you can for some.
I mean,
athletes, I was going to say
athletes. You can
those
see
you could all look up. Yeah, and then Indeed is for all like the really corporate jobs.
That's true.
But you wonder how accurate it is.
Yeah, and then you can look up. Do you know you can look up like Brooke Michio net worth and stuff like that.
Those are so
those are so but it's so funny that those are up there.
It is. It's so interesting. Even like I'm thinking, for example, because I'm in such a non-traditional job, like when I started and Alicia pays me awesome. She pays me great.
Thumbs up for Alicia.
But I think for other people that are hiring, for other YouTubers that are hiring employees, and for employees that are working for YouTubers, like I would want them to know how much they should get paid, and I wouldn't be offended if they would be like, "Hey, is this, in the range?"
Completely agree.
Because like, how would they know? It's such a new job. Like I didn't know.
I think it's all in the context of which it's coming out. You're changing my mindset, but like I'm thinking of the social like.
That's exactly what I was.
Get paid
thinking.
from that. It's like
like
viral.
people in college.
Also, you guys have been in this way longer than I have, and I'm sure growing up, people were always like weird, and it's just like it's way more normal now.
I agree with the proving thing. I've always felt having to prove it, like through high school and college, to be like, it's legit. I got paid today, like whatever. And
I feel like you don't need to prove as much anymore.
not anymore. 'Cause
Like,
it's
it's-
like,
people are
go
like,
to my
whoa.
Instagram. Like,
Yeah.
you
Not
wanna look at
anymore,
what I
but you
do?
still
No, you still like
do.
feel
At
it.
least
in
I
your-
feel like I need
yeah.
to.
I think that's secure, like growing, like more secure in yourself, though.
True.
It doesn't have to do with the followers, like literally anything like that. It's more so just like, hey, I'm doing what I love. I know I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Clearly, and I'm happy. And that's
So
all that
true.
matters.
That is so
You know?
true. I feel like when I first started and I would like take photos of Alicia in public, I'd be like, dude, how do you do this? Like, how do you like stand in the middle of the street and not give a crap what people think? And she's like, they don't know how much money I'm making. Or like, she would be like, it just
I'm
goes
okay
to
with
show
it.
like how secure you get, and not that it's even about all that.
Yeah.
But I think
Elements
even
of the
now, when I'm like going and like getting a shot for a brand or whatever, it's like they have no idea. Like maybe I'll end up on Influencers in the Wild, so be it.
Yeah,
Like
probably have been.
you know what I
on it.
mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
love that.
interesting. Okay, only 52% said it's rude.
I'm surprised by that.
Right?
It's interesting though, because we're so able to ask like doctors, lawyers, like what do they make, and like because it's like a legitimate job. So I get it. I get both sides. I
That's
don't
a
know.
tough cookie.
Yeah, the good
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Exactly. Do you think you're paid fairly?
Yes.
Yes.
I think so too.
Yeah, if you're an influencer saying no.
Yeah.
I mean, no, there's so much hard work into it, but like there's ad dollars in what we do. Like beauty, fashion, lifestyle, like
100%. This is like the highest, like that's like the highest like paid like tier of influencing.
yeah,
I feel
digital
like.
marketing. Like we're so thankful. No,
But I
mean-
would say though that there are influencers who don't know.
yes,
like
we've
they're
had some
going
friends be like,
rates. Yeah. So
like
the
$200 for this, and we're like, no. Oh, sorry, don't bang on the table.
No, you're so
Oh, yeah.
good.
like they're like,
But that's exactly why
Yeah, I
you
know.
should
that's
know.
why you talk
fairly,
about
yeah,
it. No,
you're
that
right.
is why you talk about
we
it.
have
In
like
that
friends
case,
that are new like in TikToking, and we'll like briefly discuss, and they'll be like, yeah, like I was charging 200 a TikTok. They have like 300,000
we're
followers.
like,
on
oh
TikTok.
my
I'm like,
gosh.
whoa.
But
Yeah.
that's why I'm like, in that person's case, it's not rude to ask because they're so ignorant. They have to ask.
Yeah, yeah.
To
And
know
if
what
you
they
approach
deserve,
it like
right?
like you have to approach it with the way of like, hey, I'm trying to figure out what to charge on my end, not just like how
Yes.
much you make.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
it's all about the tone and like how you.
Yeah.
Totally. With anything, really, you ask. anyone.
totally.
Cool. So 37% said they're paid fairly,
That's really
which I would assume most people would say they think they get underpaid. I think a lot of jobs
Yes.
get
So
underpaid.
Oh my gosh. So
Like
many.
teachers.
1000%.
I feel awful for
wildly
teachers, that
underpaid.
They're
one's
like
Yeah.
such
They literally raise
angels
all
on
of us.
earth. Yeah. Crazy. Are Kim and Pete actually going on dates? What do you guys think?
I don't know.
Is this PR?
I want to say it's PR, but I'm sure that they're having a little fun along the way, as they should.
Yeah.
sure they're kissing
You
and
know?
touching and loving and
In my head, I'm like, why would I mean, I guess they're so popular that paparazzi follows them, but I'm like, every place they go, there's paparazzi. Like,
They-
True.
I
They're
had said it though.
PR.
I honestly, Kim Kardashian might be the most famous person in the world, beyond like royalty and like maybe the presidents and stuff. Like, don't you think?
I don't know why Justin Bieber's like a little above her to me.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
I feel like that era like shifted just like.
But Kim Kardashian, Beyonce, and Justin Bieber are very
Okay.
famous to me. Those are the three that come
What do
to
you
my head.
think?
What would
I think she's like in maybe top 10.
yes,
Okay,
1000%.
so maybe not, but yes.
But yeah.
bigger
But when
than
you're
her.
in that tier of stardom, like I
You're
think people are
followed.
following you pretty much everywhere. I think they're sifting through your trash.
Well, we were
True.
talking about this earlier. There's Dumois posted this and stuff, like how Courtney and Travis, and then like Machine Gun Kelly, Megan Fox, like that grunge
Bad
vibe.
boy, yeah.
She's trying to be like that, I think, like dating like a bad boy.
Kim?
Yeah.
Like,
Or
the
do you think
blonde,
she saw
bleached
Courtney?
hair
Like, do you
and-
think she saw Courtney like getting so much like recognition?
Yeah,
that she's like, let me have my
1000%.
moment.
She knew. She's like,
with
no, I'll
like
break the
this
internet.
baddie
Yeah.
guy?
I think that everything
I think
they
she's
do,
so smart.
they
She's
are
a genius.
so smart.
Skims, Olympics, like everything she
Yeah.
does.
Fendi, Skims.
I want to say Chris is behind this too, because she's like
Oh,
a
Chris has always been.
mastermind.
Chris
yeah.
is, I always say this, but she would be, if I could go to dinner with like 5 people, she's on it. She's at the dinner.
Have you seen the girl, the TikTok PR girl?
Yeah.
You would love her. Okay, you guys should be
Yeah,
friends.
Girl Boss Town is. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
her.
Girl Boss
she's
Town,
awesome.
So good.
I love her. Yeah. 31% say that they're actually going on real dates. 69% say it's fake.
I think they'll drag it out a little bit longer, because I think if they cut it short now, it would be too obvious that
PR
it was
dating.
like for PR. I
Yeah.
think that they'll drag it out for a few
I've
months.
heard he has a massive package.
Me too, from Brianna's Chicken Fry.
Yeah.
How does
That's
she
where I
know
heard
that?
it.
How does
Love
she know?
Brianna
Wait,
Chicken
how does
Fry.
she know that?
She has 2 friends that have hooked up with him.
Yeah.
What?
No, but it's like a thing. Like I've heard that before.
He like kind of joked about it on his stand-up.
Didn't
like,
Ariana Grande say it too? I don't
Yes,
know.
yeah,
like
yeah.
in passing.
she said it.
Yeah,
But-
she said it to us the other day. You don't remember? I'm kidding.
But like P is not like my type of guy. Is he your guys' type of guy?
Far
No,
from
but
it.
given the opportunity, well, he's tall. I like tall.
Brooke's like,
Yeah.
I mean, like if P Davidson slid in my DMs, like you best believe I'd be making
If I
it
ran
work.
into him,
He must
like if
be
he was at the bar
smooth.
that I was at, like I would probably try to shoot my shot, but I'd probably fail.
But if he was the bar and if he was at the bar I was at and I didn't know it was Pete Davidson, I would never like go up to him and talk.
Me
to him.
neither.
I'm not attracted to him.
But because I know
personally.
that he's funny and because
Yeah.
but
I'm
he's
into
like the
funny guys,
characteristics
too.
that I like. So
True.
I
he's
feel
like-
like he's a smooth operator.
I was gonna say he's like
He's passive.
like
Charming.
humble funny. Like that's my favorite type
He's
of
packing.
yeah. But I like that type of funny that they're like self-deprecating humor.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
And then that's why I like it. Yeah.
he truly is so funny.
So.
Anyway, I did one. It was like, do you think Pete's hot? And 77% said no,
Yeah, that makes sense.
which is interesting. He pulls
Everyone's got their type.
girls.
He pulls hard.
The Phoebe girl too from
Bridgerton.
She's beautiful. Like he dates like
Oh my gosh, I forgot about
yeah,
that.
he dates beautiful women.
Wow. Okay, let's cut to a quick break and then we're going to come back with a game. Okay, so the game, we're just going to call it the brand game. I play this with Alicia all the time when we're bored. We came up with it during quarantine. It's basically we say a celebrity or influencer's name and you immediately, within like 5 to 10 seconds, have to give me 3 characteristics of what you think their brand
I
is.
love
oh my
this.
gosh, this
So-
is like the PR girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alicia and I like did this all the time with like we would bug the crap out of our
Wait, that's
roommates
so
and we'd be like
funny.
Emma and then you'd be like, coffee, whatever. And so Charlie would be like dancing, blah blah blah. So I'm just gonna throw you names
Oh my gosh, I'm
and you
nervous.
can spur out
Sim.
what you think. And the idea is if it's hard to think of something, they need to hone in on their brand.
Oh, and then we DM them. Hey, we were thinking.
Yeah. No, we'll leave that to Girl Boss.
Yeah,
Town.
we'll leave Girl Boss Town on
so good.
TikTok.
She's awesome. I need to have her on the pod. I've DM'd her a little bit. I need to get her when she's in LA.
Yes.
Okay. First, we're going to do. Actually, I'm curious. Let's do my boss, Alicia.
Ooh.
I immediately think of loungewear, like immediately, like parallel
Really?
apparel.
Okay,
yeah,
tea?
like I think of her in sweatpants and a tank.
That's really good. I think coffee. I mean, that's a lot of YouTubers and stuff. But like
Starbucks,
I see,
like
well,
the
I also
Starbucks
see, like,
drives.
the K cup, like the
Yeah. The ASMR. Okay. One more.
And honestly, for me, dogs.
Good.
I was gonna say like winged eyeliner, or like bold, like make. I don't know. I just think of her
Makeup.
like serious pose. Like I don't know.
I think dogs because I feel like the
Like
dogs are like
edgy?
a pillar of every like the
Really?
Like, well, she has.
I don't
Chloe,
think of like
and
I
then
know she has dogs, but I don't.
And then like there's another dog always and stuff. I don't know. Not that she's like this big like
Dog girly, but yeah.
she's not a dog influencer, but like I feel like they're in everything, like in the vlog.
She's just a boss. Like she's literally just
yeah,
a boss.
Yeah.
Really?
Like
Yeah,
I go to
girl
her,
boss.
like I literally watched her video on like whatever it was about how to be a good influencer, like little tips. Like I
Got
watched
it.
that.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. I would say those are very fair. Yeah. She's going to love that you said like loungewear.
I immediately thought of that.
Yeah. No, that makes me very happy. Okay. Remy.
Happy.
I was gonna say like posh, like glam. Like I don't know how to describe it.
glam is
Like,
a good
like
line.
glam, like,
Sparkles,
air fryer.
air fryer,
oh,
Crystal
well,
Light.
cooking, yeah.
Yes.
Which I didn't know you taught her that.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, that's I've never tried the
I
Crystal
taught
Light and
the
vodka.
world Crystal Light and vodka. Or
That's
Crystal Light and
crazy.
tequila.
I need to try it because she was saying it doesn't
Wait,
make her
what? You
sick.
haven't tried it?
No, and I get
What?
sick from alcohol so often, so I need
Yeah,
to try.
Danielle's been allergic to alcohol.
Yeah, I like swear I have been lately. I like haven't drinking for the month of November, but I feel like that's gonna be
It's
broken on this trip.
November 4th.
Hey, I'm proud.
Wait. That's so true.
I drank on Halloween.
I'm like Danielle's 4 days.
Wait,
clean,
have you
like-
tried like a really expensive like tequila or something like
She
that?
doesn't like
I
tequila.
don't like tequila.
Yeah, but when you mask it with Crystal Light.
Well, I'm curious to try like Tito's and Crystal Light.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try.
Tito's and Crystal Light is the OG.
Yeah, that's what like I think of Remy, honestly.
Now I do like tequila and Crystal Light because I love tequila.
yeah.
Crazy girl.
Tequilas make girls fun, I feel like.
Tequila is fun. I love it. Oh, we did an unpopular opinions episode, and Danielle's like, I don't understand margaritas. I'm
I don't
like,
get the
love
hype
a
of
margarita.
margs.
Like I love
What?
a
It's an unpopular opinion though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Like I love a good marg.
Oh my
Basic.
gosh.
Give me some chips and queso too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Ooh,
the
I'm on
tahini
that.
on the rim. Oh, chef's kiss. Okay. Emma Chamberlain.
Oh, well, also coffee.
I know.
Poop.
Like, yeah.
What? I immediately think of like
Poop. Like she
like
talks
going
about
to the
like her poop.
bathroom.
Oh, really?
Oh, like every
Well, she's like
every video.
overshare. She is the definition of like overshare, but like you still don't know anything about her life because she keeps so much private, but she's still
She has this big
overshares.
house alone.
It's full of secrets.
Yeah.
She should come out with like a
Sweaters.
toilet paper.
Yeah.
That'd be iconic.
Yeah.
She should.
I
do
have this toilet paper that I get on subscription that has little peaches on it.
She does.
You would love it. You would love it. It's
Wait,
called
it's
peach
adorable.
paper. She should come out with like custom toilet paper like
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
It gets
Another brand
delivered
move
to-
for her.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
And what if it was like scented or something fun?
I feel
or
like yours is kind of scented. I've never smelled it. I should.
I haven't really either.
Yeah. That'd
Okay,
be
so
weird.
coffee, poo.
Sweaters, like big sweatshirts, like oversized.
I was
to
gonna say like
max.
thrifting.
Thrifting.
Yeah. Like I feel like
Loafers.
she's like old man clothes, but she pulls it off.
But then
Got it.
Louis Vuitton.
She can go both ways.
Get you a girl that can do both.
Yeah, truly.
She is such a mastermind.
I'm obsessed
But
with
you know
her.
what? I think it's just she's just so true to herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she
I don't
tried
think she's
too hard.
She grew up-
calculated.
I think like she grew up in like a very artsy, like accepting
Yes.
home, so it
Yeah.
like molded her to be this person
Totally.
that she doesn't like. She just
Absolutely.
is
Yeah, you're so right. Tana,
like out there,
scandal.
scandal, but not in.
Fake IDs. I don't know why it's like in my
'cause she's
head.
like story times about that.
Well, and the
Vegas.
the mugshot. Remember her mugshot? It was like iconic.
oh.
Jordan Morona. I don't know.
I feel like
Blonde.
Blonde. I was
glam,
gonna say big eyelashes. She
like
loves her
glam,
eyelashes.
Bodacious.
paparazzi.
I was gonna say Hollywood
Um,
Fix. Yeah.
Yeah, glam, paparazzi.
Jake Paul. Wait,
clout.
Logan. Which one?
Boxing.
Oh yeah, Jake.
Yeah, Jake. Just like Playlist Live. Like I just saw her at so many Playlist Live parties and stuff. She's like a year older than me. Like I keep thinking she's so much older.
She does a great job branding herself too.
She does.
She's smart.
Mastermind.
Yeah.
What about let's do the Pauls. Let's do Jake.
I never really
I'm
like
just not a
followed them
fan.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't
Okay,
matter. What's
okay.
his
Like
brand?
fighting,
Boxing,
pranks,
also scandal. Didn't they like get
stupid shit,
canceled?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're both like,
The Paul
I have
brothers.
no like when it's like Jake
I
Paul.
think they're
I've
so
no-
genius.
No, I
They
know.
made
I know.
fun of them on SNL recently, didn't
Yeah,
they?
on Jake. They did Jake.
Wow.
Pete
I
never
was
watched
Jake, I
it.
think.
Ugh.
You
I
actually gave me a good quote from Jake one time, and it was really good.
You listen
actually.
to the podcast sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love Impulsive. Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah.
What did I say?
I don't remember. It was last year. Sometime you told me. Oh, I forget now, but it was good. I wrote it down. But I just remember it was good, and it helped me during my time. I
Wait,
don't remember.
really?
Yeah, I was talking to you on my balcony in my apartment in Georgia.
I remember that.
but I don't remember
What
what
did
it
I say?
was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
We'll figure it out.
What about Logan?
I don't even know what the difference is between them.
Logan's bigger.
Which one's the really like bad one that got like canceled for something?
Logan.
No, Jake.
No, Logan in the forest.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he had his big scandal, but Jake's more like the
Problematic.
problem. He's the
Oh,
he
okay.
calls himself the
I
problem
would just say
child.
canceled. Like and like.
Really?
Canceled is
I mean,
the-
but they made it through, obviously, so they weren't actually. But I feel like the internet, like.
See,
like,
now
they
for
were-
Logan,
yeah.
I would be like NFTs,
Oh,
podcast,
yeah.
Is he
boxing,
doing NFT stuff? Interesting.
like crypto. He's like he's really smart, I think.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I see business for them too. Like,
Yeah.
I don't mean to.
Yeah, wild business. That is them.
Wild
Wild
business.
business.
Team 10. Who was Team 10? Were they both?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about
Jake.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really don't know anything.
Team 10 was like an era.
That was like a
Yeah.
scandalous
And
era
you know
too,
what the
right?
best era too was the diss tracks and like Rice Gum and the Clout
Oh my
House.
gosh, Rice Gum.
Every time I go to Remy's, I'm not kidding you. Every single time she plays "Every Night Sis" because I'm obsessed with
Really?
the yes. The
I don't know
diss
that
track.
one. Who's it
That's
about?
so
It's
funny.
Alyssa Violet and Rice Gum, and they're like,
Oh yeah.
dissing him, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
I can't
I don't
sing
think
it
I've
for
listened
you.
to it.
And they're
but
on like Hollywood Boulevard, and she keeps like pulling up her tube top, and she's wearing like fishnets with the like flyaway pants. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know who she is. I feel like I've seen rumblings of her
Oh
recently.
my god, we have to watch the video. It's so
That's-
good.
You've been loving that word lately.
I've
rumblings.
heard a lot of rumblings.
She's been
Rumblings.
saying rumblings and qualms are her words.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like I
These
have
are
a
like
qualm.
I do this thing. I think I'm a very like addictive personality type of person. No, seriously. I fixate on things, like I'll fixate on food, words, etc.
Yeah.
Like I think something's funny and I run the joke to the ground.
Literally.
Literally. we've been so bad. I've been putting O at the end of everything, like doggo,
Oh my
like
gosh.
recco, like
Like, oh, she's gonna make a rezo. That's been.
yeah. Anyways,
Anyway, sorry.
Wait.
Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
so that tied back to
The
rumblings.
Alyssa Violet
rumblings.
rumblings.
yeah.
Yeah, so now I say like when I've been like seeing people on social media or like hearing, I'll be like, oh, I've heard rumblings from that person.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna do you guys.
Oh God, back and forth.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we'll do Brooke.
Oh my
I'll do
God,
Brooke
I'm
first.
nervous.
This is me just thinking right now. Twitter fingers.
Definitely.
Like Hinge, dating, I guess Lux Club.
Definitely.
And I want to say Bachelor.
Yeah, we
Like
could say that.
comment, like
commentary.
Like
Yeah,
just being
commentary.
funny, like commenting.
Yeah. For you, Danielle, I would say Georgia because like I
Oh,
still
funny.
correlate you with like
Yeah, I
she
did
loves
go
it.
there like 2
even the
weeks
dogs.
ago.
Georgia, maybe like ginger shots, and baby carrots, Fireball, even fashion. Now I think you've stepped
Yeah.
up the
Oh,
I was
fashion.
hoping you'd say that.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
I feel like fashion.
Oh, I'm
for
so
you.
happy.
I see
That's
that
like
for you.
fashion and ginger shots. Let's go. Well,
I feel
thanks.
like you're
We
very
have to do Taylor.
brandable. Like you're good. Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like red lipstick,
red lips,
Red.
bold.
disco balls, being out there, like
Poles.
making moves.
Poles.
Literally,
It's been
you're
poles for
branded.
forever.
You are branded.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's juicy. My
Like,
mom
this is
refers
your
to,
brand.
You guys, I don't, my mom refers to Taylor as juicy. So when I say like, she's like, "How's juicy?"
It's so funny. I feel like everyone's friends of mine, I'm referred to as TK's Juicy Poles, Juicy, the Pole Girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You need, to
Juice,
get,
though, that's
you need to get
great.
a sponsorship by Juicy Couture.
I know. Let's manifest
That's
it.
like
Yeah.
such a perfect pair.
I know, I
a
would love
match
that.
made in heaven.
I would
I'm
love
surprised you didn't say any like sort of food for me. Like I feel like I like do food sometimes, like a cheese board. Like I didn't
Yeah.
True,
that.
cheese boards, but I feel like I haven't seen on
No,
like
not
the
that much, I
IG
guess.
stories.
You
It's
haven't
not-
been doing cheese.
Not
boards.
even that, but I feel like
Uber Eats,
Uber Eats is
yeah,
very
espresso martinis.
that's like recent, but yeah.
Yeah.
even like I feel like teeth, like you do teeth stuff.
Yeah,
teeth
Crest
whitening.
Used
We
to
love Crest.
What are you guys doing to make moves right now? Like personally
Oh.
and, just business wise? Because you guys are business boss ass bitches.
I'm trying. I immediately thought of this. I'm trying to get more into the short form content. So TikTok.
You've been killing
been- yeah,
actually
really
both
good.
of you have
Really
been
good.
killing
Brooke,
TikTok.
well, no, Brooke's just been doing it for like a long time, and during college,
You, I can
just,
tell you've been trying,
Thank
and it
you.
shows up, and you're good. I feel
Thank
like
you.
you catch on
Danielle's
the
been
trends.
good. She's getting better about the audios.
the audios.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I feel like for the longest time, like you were like, I don't know how to like use this.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
you'd
better
ask
with
me-
the
no,
audios.
like, you would
She
ask
taught me
like,
how to use TikTok.
But now I feel like you think of we had a whole conversation yesterday about good soup. Like she was like, how would I use good soup? Like I was like, it would just be
it's
like
applying.
it would be
to-
like if you're like drinking this and you're like, like good soup. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
I taught her
Good
no
soup.
bones and Bones Day.
Yeah.
I did teach her that.
Anyway,
So-
so that's how you're making. You would say that that's how you're making moves. Right? You are.
I feel like that's like my current.
like goal.
Yeah, because being in New York, every party we go to, it's like all TikTokers, and we're like the YouTubers.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
I'm
like,
very
you guys
inspired.
need to rock YouTube more and own it.
We do.
And
Well,
you
when
can
we
make,
say we do YouTube,
I mean,
they go
we
look.
post
they're like, wow.
twice a week. Like I'm trying.
that
here.
is true.
I know.
That is
And then the
true.
podcast people, they're like, post more on podcasts.
Yeah, the
We're like, how
podcast
much
today. They're like,
content can we
they're like,
do?
can you do 2 podcasts
But
a week? And we're
I
like,
still think you guys like could be way bigger than what you are right now.
oh, well, thank you.
I'm not just saying that. I just
What would you say for making moves then? I feel like that's like
Oh,
a
I
good
was
thing.
just gonna say. I mean, it's something that I try to always do, but I've been really trying to own it and whatever. And it's just like putting myself out there in like all elements of life.
Oh wow.
And, like, try to,
okay,
like,
what are you
fear-
thinking though? Like specifically, like
No,
dating? or,
no,
like,
but well, really with everything, like even going to these parties and stuff. Like sometimes I'll be like, you know what? When I really don't want to go, I'm like, I have to put myself out there. Like maybe I'll introduce myself to someone. Maybe I'll.
Yeah, we were sitting at a table and Brooke was like, I'm gonna go say hi to those people over there. I was like, go you, you know? Like
Yeah.
just very
And I guess we're pretty outgoing people,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to even more so channel that, and not in a way of like what can
inspired
I
by
gain from
you,
but
truly.
yeah.
Like the networking and like just really
But in
introducing
all
yourself.
sense, it's almost like I feel like that goes hand in hand with self-esteem, like thinking so highly of yourself. Like if they don't want to be, and yeah, there's times when we met people and we're like, wow, they suck, but it's like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
okay, so what? I wasted 2 minutes of my life talking to them.
Yeah,
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you tried.
That's the one thing that I feel like I struggle with is I have like extreme bad FOMO. Like for instance, with Halloween weekend, I was supposed to go out on Sunday. It was like this lit like exclusive party, right? On Sunday. But I had to film my brand deal and it was the only day I could film because on the weekends that's the only time I can
Yeah.
film my stuff. So, and all my friends were going and I was literally like I texted the girl that invited me and I was like, is this actually going to be fun? Because
Yeah.
I need to know if it's worth me going or not. But I wish I was more decisive. Like, you know how you're like, I have to force myself to go out. I need to force myself to like almost stay in and not get my work done because I get my work done, but stay in and not feel bad for not going, like not having FOMO.
Yeah, you can't like if you decide to stay in, you like can't look at your phone.
Yes. Well, and I need to be committed to that. I want my yeses to be yes and my no's to be no's.
I'm so there with
and
you.
I feel like I'm like wishy-washy, and I want to be more stern and know, like no, I should be staying home, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah. We've
How do
had
you do
that
that?
experience a lot with going to events, though. Like, we go and we're like, oh, we totally didn't need to
Was it
come.
worth
Like,
it?
Yeah.
Worth the energy sometimes.
I know, but then I'm like, we have to learn by going to them what's worth going to and not going to.
Yeah.
Because how would we have known? Like,
And then also there's an element to it. You want to show up and be like, even if it sucks, I'm still gonna have a good time, and I'm gonna make it fun.
We always have fun.
And you know
Yeah,
what I
we
mean?
always do.
Yeah, but I hate it when you feel like you're wasting time. You're like, this isn't worth it.
we've gone to our fair share that we're like, no one went to this.
we're
Like,
definitely putting ourselves out there right now because it's like New York is like kind of back now, and we're like, okay,
Yeah,
let's go to
but
these
in
brand
any way
events.
of
I'm
life,
living
you have
vicariously
to.
through you guys going out.
Yeah. I'm just quoting my mother today, but she always would be like, you have to put yourself out there. You have to put your, and honestly, you do, because you're not in the game in anything, in dating and friendships, if you're not trying. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
could sit here all day long and be like, I want to make more friends. And it's like, if I'm not actually going to go talk to people and I'm only going to stand in the corner and talk to Danielle, I'm not going to make more friends.
So how do you, for instance, you said that she just went up and said hi to people.
That was
Were
a
those
fail,
people-
though. The one person.
Wait, what do you do? Did you know who
I
they
wasn't
were?
talking about that, but
Did you know who they were?
the one I was talking about, like when like we were at the Cipriani party and you were like, we were sitting
Oh,
upstairs
yeah.
like lounging,
Okay.
and Brooke was like, I'm gonna go downstairs and be social. We were like all just kind of like chilling, tired. Brooke was like, I have some energy, like I'm gonna go talk to people.
I knew like there were some girls that I knew downstairs. We all knew them, but I was like, oh, I'm like texting one of them, like I'll go say hi.
Okay,
Yeah.
what if you are out of place and your friends are kind of being boring? You're like, I want to be more social. You don't know anyone. What do you say when you go up to them? Someone.
Oh, if you don't know anyone, usually she's really good about being like, oh hey, like I follow you on TikTok, like love your stuff.
And sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. Like so
recently it did not hit.
yeah, one
So
guy was
weird.
like, "Hey, and who are you?" And it was
like
like,
we're both at this party thing.
yeah. And New York
Ew,
typically
what a
doesn't.
weirdo.
New York typically
was-
isn't like that. Like I feel like we're pretty. Nice.
Everyone's really cool there, I feel like.
Yeah.
About stuff like that.
But I feel like everybody loves to be gassed up. I like it when people come up to us and like are like, "Oh my god, I've listened to your podcast before." Like we say the name, like I've heard of that. So, anyways, I'll talk like and then just change the subject. Like we don't have to gas me
But
up the
yeah.
whole time.
But your question with if you don't know someone, that's
I
harder.
mean, compliments are always so easy. Oh my god, I love
Yeah.
your shirt. Where's it from? Like
Yeah, true.
everyone loves a gas up to make themselves. Or like, oh my
Or
god, that drink looks so good. What are you drinking right now?
Yeah, or like whatever the situation is.
Yeah.
Like this song's
Oh,
great.
I love that.
Yeah,
The
did you get it
drink.
from that bar? Like the line's so long, right?
Yeah, like,
I'm
I'm
complaining
booked
about
by
something.
Yes, that's a good tip.
Yeah,
that's a good
that's
tip.
good.
What
Party
about
tips.
guys?
Oh,
What do you say if you want to talk to a guy? He's like out with his friends or something, and you're out with your friends, and you see a cute guy. How do you talk to him?
I feel like that's
I'm
also
so
like
out of the game.
I feel like that's also like the party tips are like physically like what's going on. You know what I mean? So you can be like,
So like being sassy with them is kind of fun.
yeah,
like, watch
yeah,
where
like
you're
oh yeah,
going.
yeah, like oh my god, like if they bump into you or something.
Yeah,
like,
I love
Oh,
that
okay.
shit.
oh, are you standing here? That's actually really. I've definitely done that before. Like, oh, you're standing here.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
like,
the
yeah.
thing you heard on the podcast, you seem fun.
I'm
I
so bad
love
about that. I can't do that.
I
Yeah.
love that idea.
I say that sometimes on dating apps. I'll be like, "You seem fun," and they're like, "Oh, really?"
I love
Yeah,
that.
it's also
Yeah.
safe in person because if they have a girlfriend or something, they could be like, "I have a girlfriend." You'd be like, "That's okay. You still seem fun.
Yeah,
like you seem
like,
like a
you
nice
just
guy."
seem like a
you
good
know?
guy.
Like, yeah.
You seem fun. I have a girlfriend.
okay.
Because that's the fear of like in person is getting shut down. That's the good thing about dating apps is because you know that
That's so
it's either they're
true.
single
Well,
or
you
they're
think you
looking or
know.
they're
Yeah.
well yeah. We had that discussion the other day because we know people who are like doing the whole like open relationship thing or like trying. And
Okay,
and I
yeah,
thought about
sure.
this and I was like, the fact that there's people on these dating apps though that are in open relationships, I'm like, that is scary
So
to me.
sus.
For the
Yeah.
other person that's like looking for like a boyfriend
Yeah.
or a
Like if
girlfriend.
I'm going on a date with someone that's in an open relationship and they don't tell me, like
Yeah.
don't sign me up for that.
there
Oh
needs
my
to be
gosh.
apparently there are other apps.
There
for
are
that.
other apps, but a lot of people do use like Hinge and stuff for that.
Do you have a
purpose.
go-to slide in, well, for DMs and for dating apps when you like if you're messaging first?
Ooh, I do like commenting on the profile stuff.
Yeah,
so like
same.
if it's like, you know, they're normally I don't message first, but if I do, it would be like if one of their prompts is like, you know, I love like what's your favorite pizza place in New York? I'd be like, oh, 100% Joe's. Like, you know, like you just have
Yeah.
to answer with like a definite answer. Or if that's why I feel like your prompts have to be something that sparks conversation
Yeah.
for yourself too. What
Totally.
about you? What's yours?
I comment definitely on the profile. I actually just had this guy. He seemed just like a normal, like he seemed like a guy from back home, kind of. But he was in
307.
LA. Yeah, 307 vibes, but like sports vibe. And he in his thing, it was like just a like Midwest guy or something with like.
That's it. Exactly. And then you comment on that.
Right.
Like, you'll be
So
like,
then it was Bumble, so I had a message first.
Right.
And I've been like loving Bumble lately. But anyway,
Really?
yeah.
I love that. I
Bumble
need to hear about
forks. It's good. So I messaged and I was like, I said, so are you a hoe for ranch too?
So good.
And he was like, oh my God, this is the best like one
Slide
liner.
in, yeah.
He's like, I've ever gotten like blah, 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 blah. And it was funny, like, because it was obviously the ranch thing.
That's so
yeah,
good.
because people
Very
bond
good.
over shared interests or like shared experiences. So that's
Absolutely.
But
so
like,
good.
what do you say when it's like, I don't know what to say?
I would do everything at all costs I could to avoid hi, how are you, how was your weekend, because those are so boring and
I know.
9 times out of 10 people won't answer.
So boring.
I mean, I generally don't answer when I get like a hey, what's up, the sky, like literally, what do you say? Like it's like
I've been doing lately. My brother taught me it for Alicia. If we in quarantine, we would like steal her phone and DM like a bunch of people, and it's fun because she's like big, so it's like people respond, and so we would be like snack draft. What's your number one pick? And they would be like Cheetos or you know.
I usually I think
Cheez-Its
giving a
or-
question is nice, so this way it's not just like
Do you have a go-to question?
no, oh my god, you put me on the spot.
I
No,
feel
what
like,
are-
well, because I feel like you're very like you want to be reached out to, so like they would start the question, right?
I would prefer them to start. Catch me slipping on like a sad day though, and I will message first.
She will.
But why does that need to
When
be
you
on a
told her not
sad
to.
day?
No, because it's honestly putting forth like a lot of energy. Like if I go
It
through
is.
all of my matches and I'm like, hey, these are the ones that didn't say anything. It's like, gotta find something creative to say to this one. Gotta find something creative to say to that one. And I'm trying to
See, if I match with someone and I like, because I think it's rare when I see someone I like and I swipe and I match. Like I think it's rare when I'm like I'm actually interested a little bit.
Yeah.
And so when I am interested, I don't care. I message. Like I give
Yeah.
0
I was like,
about
that
No.
who messages me.
I don't care about texting first or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I do believe in the whole like if they want to, they would. But I like if I want to talk to someone, like I'll text you.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I love
I'm
that.
very like because I'm like this. I don't know. I feel like I'm not in the mood that much to be on the apps. So when I am, I'm just go for it.
I
That's
love that.
I'm in the moods too though. So like on a Sunday when I'm like, I have some time today, like,
Got it.
and
That's
then
when
I
you'll
go through
message.
and more so do it.
Got
But
it.
Bumble, I guess you have to act faster.
Yeah, you have like I think I don't know 24 hours or
Yeah.
something. So I'm just like, and the girl already has to message.
Yeah,
Like I already have to.
totally. A good that is a good thing to like just have a good question. I like anything food related. It's easy to be like your favorite. I'm in one of my prompts is your favorite Trader Joe's frozen item.
Oh yeah,
and that
that's
gets
so
a lot of
good for
buzz.
you.
So good.
It's a lot of buzz.
Yeah, because everyone wants to be like, oh, I've had the tacos once.
You
Like,
have to try
Wait,
the
what is
dumplings.
yours? Trader Joe's.
Ooh, I have a lot of different things. They're hard to find these days, but the frozen bean and rice burritos we both love.
I haven't found them in like months.
They've been out, yeah. I love any of the pizzas. The flatbreads are really good, but the Japanese style fried rice,
Really?
incredible. But specifically that one, I'm a fan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love how passionate you are about Trader Joe's. I feel like you really put me on to Trader Joe's.
Really? It's so cheap.
Yeah.
Compared to other grocery
You
stores.
took me for my first time in Athens. Remember, we had our little.
You
I
took
do
me for my
remember.
first time.
I grew
Yeah,
up
I
with
know.
Trader Joe's culture. Like that was like one of our grocery stores.
Yeah, we
so-
did
See,
not
that
go when
Trader
I was
Joe's is like an
younger.
hour from my house. So like my mom would drive to it though. Like she would drive an hour to get it. The Trader
But then,
Yeah,
Joe's.
ours
do you
was
have like
an
an
hour, too.
industrial freezer in your house?
Well,
Like you know how some people have like the second fridge in the garage.
Yeah,
in
we
the
have a
garage.
second fridge and a second freezer. In the
That's what I
That's
mean.
awesome.
We have like one of those like freezers that like lifts up, like
And
you know
that
what
was
I'm talking
Trader
like
Joe's
that.
frozen?
Icebox.
Yes, yeah.
yeah, no, like literally.
And that's what. So when we go to Trader Joe's, it's not an hour, but it's probably like 20 minutes. So we stock up. Like it is like why have one box of tacos when you could have 5? Like,
Got it.
I don't know why.
Got it. Oh my gosh, I love that. Well, it has been an absolute joy having you guys on.
So
Thank
fun.
you so
The
much for
pod.
having us on.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
coming. Do you want to pimp yourself out?
Sure.
Where are you?
Yeah.
Where can people follow you? Gals on the Go, everything.
Yes. So together we are at Gals on the Go podcast, and new episodes are every Wednesday. You can listen everywhere you listen to podcasts. I am at Brooke Miccio, MICCIO, on everything.
Love it.
I'm Danielle Carolyn on everything. CAROLAN.
I feel like we have to spell it out.
You're so
nowadays.
right.
Yes,
You're so right.
especially for listeners. Like if I get it,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, is there a
Exactly.
T in there? Like,
Wait, what
yeah.
about your TikToks?
Oh,
Same?
Danielle_Carolyn. Hers
Nice.
is Brooke Miccio.
a short form video
I know,
content?
I've got the underscore AIM short form video.
Hey, you do have
Do you guys have a favorite TikToker?
Ooh, I love that question. I totally do, but
Okay, I've been really going deep on this one guy, Bran Flakes. Have you ever heard of him? Okay, so Selena
Going
Gomez.
deep.
Speaking of Selena Gomez follows him, and he did a video with her one. It was great. Anyways, he does like day in my life, like kind of like hungover vlogs, like crazy night out stories and stuff.
Really?
It's just, like,
Does he live in Philly?
yes,
I love him.
him.
He is really funny.
He's
You've
just so
probably come across his
entertaining.
stuff.
He's my favorite recently. Like it's like feel good content. Like he'll be like, I literally hit up all 3 of my boyfriends and none of them came. Like it's just
He's
like so
really
funny.
funny.
It's so funny.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I love it.
Do you have one, Danielle?
I am she's kind of like become a friend now too. I'm kind of fangirling. Her name is Wash Your Pillowcases.
Oh, love her.
She's so funny. Her name's
Your
Kat.
pillowcases, that's hilarious.
She is so funny. She's
Wait,
just
have I
she's like
seen
Emma
you guys
Chamberlain
hang out with
vibes.
her?
No, never hung out with her, but her TikToks are so funny. It's like, hey guys, I look really bad right now, and I'm about to go see my boyfriend's family. Or like,
I
just
love
like
people who own it. Like,
Yeah.
like just own it because it's like
That really does well. I feel like the internet more than ever like can see through BS.
1,000%.
Yeah. I feel like I even get caught up in the like, oh, I need to like have makeup on or like look cute and whatever.
Same.
Like I hate that I do that sometimes.
I know.
Well, right now you don't have a crush. This is the time to send it.
Right? I know I am full sending it, like for sure. That is so true.
I get in those phases too. I'm like, I can do whatever the hell I want.
I know,
here
I'm like,
again.
yeah, when you're not
I'm
thinking
free.
about-
I could be weird.
It's so true, and you're not thinking about like, oh, is he gonna see it? Like literally just like ball out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, cool. Well, be sure to follow my girls everywhere. Listen to their podcasts, subscribe, rate, review. Do the same for mine. And
Absolutely.
follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at TK's Juicy Polls. And be sure to make someone's day this week. Peace.
Bye.
Woo.